Welcome back. Time now for news from the left. First up, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman getting roasted on social media for his pandering Juneteenth post, writing, "Happy Juneteenth. Today we celebrate emancipation and reflect on the long shadow of systemic racism in America. Pennsylvania always stands by the unshakable truth that black families matter and black lives matter." Pander a little more, Fetty. Sounds like a typical white guilt liberal post, but then you recall what Fetterman himself did back in 2013, pulling a shotgun on an unarmed black jogger, assuming that he was a criminal just because he was running down the street. Oh, Fetty. Former Trump campaign director Tim Murtaugh replied, "Senator, why don't you tell the story about the time you chased a black jogger and held him at shotgun point because you thought he was a criminal?" Steve Guest, former communications advisor for Ted Cruz, replied with a screenshot from a Philadelphia Inquirer article entitled "Everything You Need to Know About the 2013 John Fetterman Jogger Incident." He got ranked on that on Twitter. Pretty funny. Staying in California, pretty disturbing stuff here. A look at society as the American left continues to indoctrinate black Americans with a victim mentality as they are so desperate to hold on to that section of the vote. Right here, these are kids. These are little kids, young teenagers in Los Angeles yesterday, celebrating Juneteenth by just destroying a McDonald's. Video going viral on social media. One of them steals the cash register as everybody else cheers the young man on and they terrorize his staff. This is what an equity society looks like. This is what happens when you let a political party tell people that they should be angry, that they should hate their country. When you tell people they have no reason to respect their society. When you say all of these things that are so toxic because you're so desperate to keep the vote. Exactly what happened in 2020. This is the result. This is what happens when you let the left take control. And finally, multimillionaire former NFL star Colin Kaepernick, the anthem kneeler himself, is making his rounds to promote his new Black Studies book that he wrote alongside two of the most prominent Marxists in the country. In an interview with the New Republic, Kaepernick defended partnering with anti-capitalists Robin D.G. Kelly and Keeanga Yamada Taylor, seen here, saying he long admired their work and their understanding that black liberation is not possible under capitalism, says Kaepernick, adding white supremacy persists in part because of its relationship with capitalism. So just an FYI about Kaepernick, he's worth about $22 million, earned $43 million in the NFL, another $20 from a Nike contract. He lives in a $5.4 million mansion in Las Vegas. And of course, he hates capitalism. He just doesn't hate it quite enough to stop working to make millions more for himself. And he certainly doesn't hate it enough to share his wealth with the rest of the people in this country. But he definitely hates capitalism. You can count on that. And he's working very hard with his Marxist buddies to write a book about how black Americans will never be free until we get rid of capitalism and endorse socialism in this country. My question to Colin Kaepernick is, when are you going to send $25 million to the federal government? When are you going to put your money where your mouth is? Sell that house, move into a little shoebox apartment in a filing cabinet building, the way you think we should all live under socialism, right? We all share the same amount of stuff. Everybody has the same little box they live in. Everybody gets the same little food ration. That's your dream society. Start living by it. Cap, what's wrong with you? Why are you trying to make all this money selling books? Capitalist pig? Kind of gross. Maybe the pigs he wore on his socks was a picture of him. You know, maybe he was the pig.